I'm Mackayla. Welcome to the Soundtrack of Our Lives podcast. We're going to jump right in with the two hardest questions of all. Who are you and what have you been up to recently?
I'm Ryan,
I'm Anna.
and we are 50% of Man Must Explore. And we are up to a lot lately. So many things I couldn't describe it. Most recently, we've been focused on finishing our album, which we're releasing in November 1st, which is the beginning of a tour. And we actually found out about you guys through somebody in our volunteer group, which also takes a lot of our time and effort, but it's a lot of fun. It's called the Explorers Guild. And it's basically the Man Must Explore community of people getting together and doing things to improve the world. And your editor actually joined it kind of randomly and told us about you. And we were like, what a cool podcast. Caught a couple episodes and asked if we could do it. And here we are.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys found us.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Oh,
Anything that
thanks.
supports like music and connects people through the music and letting us have a little bit of perspective in the musicians' lives is such a positive thing, I think.
And I think it just kind of opens a doorway that people don't like think about that often.
Yeah, I think so too. I think about it all the time. Every time I'm like, I wonder what your life is like. I wonder if you have the same problems I do.
But you're also a musician, so it's a little different for you versus just a regular fan.
That's true.
Could
And
be, yeah.
it makes people I go to shows with crazy, like my wife. Like I go to a show and I'm like, I wonder how they promoted this. I wonder if their lighting guy was as good. It's like, oh man, that guy's a little out of key. It's like, that pedal on that guitar is doing. He's like, dude, you got to shut up. Like this is like not the way to go to a show.
Yeah, you can't help but view it differently.
Yeah, you also get a new perspective, a new
Mhm.
perspective for it. People who are doing it really well, like our heroes.
So you guys have a new album coming out. Can you share anything about it?
Yeah, we haven't even said the name of it to very many places, but do you want to say the name of it?
No, I think you should.
No, I think you can do it. It's called Rise.
Right.
It's called Rise, and our like slogan as a band and as a community is Together We Rise. Kind of what we stand for as a band and what we really focus on with our music and what we do when we're not on tour or recording is essentially we try to get people together to support the community in a variety of ways, and that's a whole other like topic. But we're very much like in the midst of all of the evil and violence in the world, we would like to bring people together. So our mentality is Together We Rise. Like we are stronger as a people, and we can support each other, just like we're doing here. Actually,
Yeah.
like a podcast to an artist, or on a micro scale, like volunteering at a homeless shelter or a cancer event, something like that. So I literally think Together We Rise, and it's very much a manifestation of our souls as people, and that's kind of what the band is.
That's awesome. Yeah. So how does it look like when you guys are putting together an album? How does it look choosing the songs?
Oh,
Well, some of our songs that we've had for a while.
yeah,
Some are brand new ones that we haven't even played.
that's true. So this album has been like years in the making. Honestly, we've released a lot of singles, and there's a couple of singles released that are on the album to like give a hint at the album.
Hmm.
How do the songs get chosen though? Somebody has an idea for a song and they kind of take creative lead on it, and then the band's kind of at their disposal, and we run through their ideas. We kind of perfect it on stage. We like to play this song out like 100 times before we end up recording it. But we also just had an idea in the studio. Our producers got intense about it, and we're like, we got to learn this thing if we're going to perform for people.
Yeah.
So we've taken this from every angle in the world, but mostly it's just like our thoughts on the world and our relationships and with each other, with our partners and ex-partners. A lot of ex-partners on the album, like a lot. So that's going on for us.
Yeah, I think there's probably more albums out there about ex-partners than partners.
Yeah,
I
I've
agree
been
with that.
thinking about that. I would love to write like a really good love song for my wife. It's so much easier to write a sad song. It's very moody, and it's just like, oh man, this relationship fell apart so hard, and then you're like sad, and you like express music. We have several songs like that on the album, and I would love to write a love song for my wife.
Not just sad, angry too.
For my wife? Oh
No.
yeah, no, for like
In general.
yeah, but it's hard to write a happy song. It comes out so goofy, but when it's done well, it's like so good. So she would really dig that.
Maybe an idea for the future.
I mean, I run a bunch of ideas, and I keep telling her it's like, this is the one. I got it finally. I got a great idea, and then I start working on it. I'm like, this idea is going nowhere.
Yeah.
So as long as the relationship is good, it might be very hard to write a song, which is a good thing, I guess. But
That means you can't quite put words to your relationship because it's just that amazing.
Okay, that's a good perspective on it.
yeah. Well, speaking of songwriting, I think it's important for songs like stories to have like a conflict. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you ever watch a movie or something that has very little conflict and you're just like, this movie is going nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's hard to like feel empathy for the characters and stuff. I think songwriting is a lot like that. Like there has to be something that I empathize with.
Storytelling.
Yeah, and I think especially in our genre of music, which is like emo leaning alternative rock, somewhere between the Killers and Linkin Park.
Hmm.
I think people who gravitate towards our genre and come to our shows and stream our music are often looking for some kind of like emotional catharsis or like,
Yeah.
and to me, that's what emo music is. Like, it's like solidarity in your pain. So you kind of don't feel so alone. And a lot of our music focuses on that kind of thing. And it's a way of connecting with people. And
Yeah.
I really value that. I would love to make a happy song just to make my life happy, you know?
I think it's easier for people because everyone has experienced, or most people have experienced some sort of a relationship, whether it's with a partner or a friend, but something like that falling apart. And not everyone has like had an amazing relationship. So it's just easier for people to connect with.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Especially if you can find a little like an angle on it. Like sometimes it's hard to write. Here's my thing with love songs. It's hard to like encapsulate all of a love song into a good piece of work.
Hmm.
But if you could find like a little corner on it, a little thread or something, you could explore that. Like good songs don't try to tackle the whole universe, like love or like life. They find a very unique perspective on it. And then, like, what's a artist you love that I might know about?
That you might know about. I gotta change my answer then because I know a lot of small bands.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
All time low.
Okay, All Time Low is so good, and they have like what are a couple famous All Time Low songs that are really so I don't get confused with another band. They're
Hey
kind of
there, Delilah.
what's that?
No, oh sorry, not hit.
That's Plain White Tees. Do you like that song?
Yes, I don't know why I was thinking of
What's it like in New York City?
no, I was thinking of that song, but also I was thinking of Dear Maria, but I said Hey there, Delilah.
That's a way better
I meant
song.
Dear Maria.
Dear Maria's so good.
Yeah,
Dear
so
Maria,
unfamiliar
count
with this
me
band.
in. It's like that song.
I don't know. I didn't grow up.
At the bottom of this bottle, and I'm the pen. That's a good song because it's kind of like a thread of like this relationship falling apart, I think. And he's like going through like this numbing thing, but he's like, I'm at the bottom of this bottle and I'm the pen. That's a great example of what I'm saying because that song, I think people listen to it and they're like, I'm numbing my pain for a relationship that is falling apart, in this case, a romantic relationship. So I think that is a very specific aspect of like a breakup.
Yeah.
People connect with. At least that's what I think about when I listen to that song.
Well, everyone's able to take something different. That's the beauty of music.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you never know what's going to work. That's another important thing.
Yeah.
There's some songs, like some of our most popular songs, I'm like, this one's not going to be the popular one. And then you put out the one that's like, everyone's going to love it. And then it's like, gets like a quarter of the attention the others do. People are weird, you know? They're very hard to predict. And that's what's fun. That's why you got to make music that you genuinely like.
Mm-hmm.
That's with you.
Because otherwise, why make it?
Yeah, the question of why to make music. I bet you've heard a lot of perspectives on that question.
A lot. What's your perspective?
So I want to make music that connects people, that takes our pain and perspective and experiences, whatever that's worth in a human life, and amplify it by sharing that music with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I process a lot of emotions through songwriting. You do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can always see what a band member is like going through in their lives based on the music they're making. You're like, your relationship's kind of falling apart, huh? But like whatever. But so we've definitely all been through that. But I like to process my emotions through music, and if I don't have access to like a guitar or an instrument that I can like play fluently, then I get kind of like emotionally like stunted. I just can't think that well. Like even on vacation or something, I'll be like, I can't. Like you don't feel like you're in touch with yourself sometimes when you make music and you prevented from doing it.
So do you always bring an instrument with you on vacation?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I do. Dude,
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Anna is from Brazil and she has bases in South America and here, and sometimes and you're so picky about your bass where you
Yeah.
travel with that thing, which is crazy.
No, I have, my baby and it has to come with,
Hmm.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
has to.
Jeez. Yeah. Sometimes I just like bring like a notepad and I write like lyrics or something, and that's enough. Like you're just like writing little poems or whatever.
Hmm.
And you bring them to the band and you're like, I have a great idea, and they're like, this is just lyrics, dude. But I know I got the vision, you know.
Yeah, it's the start of an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and luckily we have a band that like nurtures ideas, I think, and we're so happy right now because we're finally getting to a point where the record is done and everything's set up for the release and the tour is set up. So soon we'll be able to get back to writing new music, which we haven't been able to do as much as we would like. We're always trying to balance recording, touring, and like getting creative satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
And our normal jobs.
And our normal.
Yeah, those are important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
How do you balance your jobs with this career?
It's tough, I would say, at times.
Yeah, that's a hell of a question.
Yeah. We all work in very different industries and kind of, some people are able to work remote, others not so much, others have different schedules. And, I have a normal 9 to 5 in accounting and finance. So very different. But
yeah,
it's a little tough for me, to explain to my bosses, like, hey, like, I have a tour coming up. Can I get all these, days off to go across the US?
Yeah.
It's a little hard.
I feel like there's some benefits to the 9 to 5 thing because when you're done with it, you're done with it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm just going to do my music.
Yeah, I just kind of, I shut off my brain from that and, usually head to rehearsal.
Yeah.
Or we were at the studio at the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
So.
We rehearse a lot and we've been recording a lot lately. Anna went and recorded a part a couple days ago, which came out awesome. But yeah, I make my own hours at work. I'm a researcher and I can kind of move things around, but I work a lot of hours. So I'll end up in weird situations. Like we'll practice until like 10, 11 p.m. Sometimes like, all right, I gotta go to the lab and then do some experiment. And the next morning, we're either in the studio or doing something crazy like that. So it's been go, go, go for a long time for me. I must explore. And it's great and we get a lot of value out of it. And I'll do it forever. But it's...
Yeah, for sure.
It's intense. It's intense work.
Yeah, if you're able to do it full time as a musician, it's like big props. It's definitely a tough industry, You
have to make sure that you are in a situation that is okay for you, like financially.
Yeah, financial. I would say that's the biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to make risky financial decisions with your future.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for people who haven't seen you live, what should they expect on this upcoming tour?
That's a fun question. Thanks for asking. We're a very engaging, high energy band. We have a pretty intense philosophy about our live shows, which is that people come to our show and spend their night on us. They buy a ticket. They might get somebody to watch their kids if they have children. They get parking. There's a lot to do in 2025. There's so many opportunities in all the cities we tour in. And it's kind of a huge gift if somebody chooses to spend their night and their money and their resources to come see us. So we want to like put like all of our energy into that. So that's why we take our rehearsal super seriously twice a week. We make sure our production is there. We put our resources into getting good people to work with. And we have a lot of like wild stuff that happens at our shows. Like we'll release balloons. We'll do bubbles sometimes. We'll do like little skits we've done.
Break guitars.
Yeah. Yeah. We smashed a guitar. We really go for it. We really put it all out there at our shows because people deserve that, like even if it was one person, when we were starting out and we've played to like empty rooms before when we first started.
Yeah. No, on the first tour, we're going to like, like what was that show in Baltimore or something? No.
Oh my God. The Baltimore show.
We played a show. There was like 4 people there and they were like the other band.
But I'll say,
but it was great.
So our drummer is a really great person, Tia, and I book the shows and I manage the band and I put a lot of personal investment into making sure they're well promoted and everything. But back then we weren't like as popular in the markets we hit, and we got to this place and it's empty and we're like, ooh, I did not plan this well. And Tia, I was kind of like down on myself and kind of like grumpy backstage. And I was like, man, like, I didn't plan this out well. I feel awful. We drove all this way. And it was like a busy week. We were doing like Brooklyn, Baltimore, Richmond, Virginia. And
a lot of driving.
It was a lot of driving. And I was just like really down on myself. And they were like, Ryan, you got to focus. There's a few people out there. We just have to give them the best night possible.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a super full room. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Yeah, totally. And they just like grounded me. And then we went out and performed. And then during our set, like 20 people showed up.
Like halfway through, people just pulled up randomly.
Yeah, which doesn't seem like a lot now when you see our shows, but like at the time, we were so grateful for it. And they danced and we sold merch and you signed some girl's shirt.
Yeah, this girl asked us to sign shirts.
Yeah, we signed some stuff, but it was really fun. And that just goes to show you, like, if you put positive energy into the universe, I really do think it like comes back to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's something we try to live by as a band. That got way off.
That's fine. So aside from that show, are there any super memorable shows or venues that you guys have played?
Yeah. Oh my God, so many.
For me, it's the Lost and Found show that we closed the tour.
That was a great show. Yeah, that was like one of the first times we sold out a club.
Yeah.
And that was really fun.
Because it was a home show, so we had a lot of our friends too.
Yeah.
That pulled up. So like there was like some new faces and some old faces. Like my friends were seeing like me for the first time on my tour.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was awesome. Actually, that's my first memory of like, okay, so if you're at like a all-time low concert, so many people, if you're in the arena, you know that feeling you get where you can't hear yourself talk because people are screaming so loud?
Yes. That
show was the first time I ever experienced that for our own show. And I was like, that's a great feeling. This is awesome. These people are so stoked. And people crowd surf at that show. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for me, that's my favorite show for sure.
I love the one where Thomas smashed the guitar for. Okay, here was a crazy one. We had this guitar that I don't know if you'd want me to share this. I'm gonna though. But
well,
his
now you have to.
Yeah, we don't have to tell him. He might listen to this episode though. His ex-wife had basically given him a guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. His ex-lead singer had given him the guitar. And his wife cheated on him with that lead singer.
Oof.
He was like really close friend.
Yeah, it was like really his best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was a super intense, devastating thing for him to go through. So he like scratched into the guitar, like ex-best friend. And he was like, I want to smash this guitar on this tour. And we're like, okay, we can totally do that.
And it was a guitar that was sitting in his house for like a while. Just in the corner. That you always see this guitar in the corner.
It was just ominous, just like really dark thing.
I never knew it, like the story, until like we were going on this tour, and he said the day of that show, it's kind of like, you know, however many years, like exact to the day.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's
it. Was the anniversary of when he found out.
And when he found out, so it's the exact day, and I've been holding to this guitar. I feel like, you know, this is it. Like we have to destroy it.
Yeah, and so what we did, we had everybody in the audience.
And us
to write something about like an ex of ours, like a relationship you're trying to heal from, some trauma or whatever, people who are manipulative, people who are like gaslighting, people who like cheated on you, whatever. So everybody like signed this guitar and wrote some piece of their life they wanted to let go of.
Yeah.
And we're all like, we're gonna smash this thing, we're gonna let go of all of it. So everyone in the audience did that, and we smashed it, and then people in the audience started beating the hell out of this guitar, and we thought it would make really great like content for our social media. And people got so intense about it, like really just like
no, they destroyed the guitar.
It was crazy. Like,
I mean, and people were taking pieces of it home.
We signed those pieces too.
Yeah.
But we couldn't even use the content from it because people got so like animalistic and rowdy with it. They were so like
releasing everything.
Yeah, and it was great. Like in the moment we were it felt like beautiful. It was like this moment of solidarity and togetherness. This is what the band's about. But we were like, wow, this seems like an insane thing we created. Like, but the venue let us do it. And we
made sure they were okay with it first.
Yeah, we didn't want to like damage their stuff or anything. But they were cool with it, and we're like, oh yeah, totally do that. That rocks. But yeah, that was a very memorable show, and we had a great time. That was the Hole in Baltimore.
Yeah,
great people.
Yeah, wow, that sounds like a really unique experience.
Yeah,
they're all. Every show is great in its own way. But you know, if you're on the road with your best friends, and you can't really miss, you know.
What's your favorite part about being on tour?
I get, you know what I honestly love doing is after the shows where we're like, we can engage with people in the audience and like friends and, you know, connections with people. Really the most important thing for a band our size. And then we just get to have fun because I'm pretty like organized on the tour. I got to make sure everything is like lined up because we tour in a weird way. Like we see America in a very bizarre fashion, don't we? Like we get somewhere, sound check ends up being like 2, 3 p.m. So we drive there all morning and then we sound check, load in, all that. And then, you know, the doors open at like 6 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time sound check's over, people are there and we play the show. By the time like we go on, it might be like 9 o'clock or something. So we're there like all day. So we might see like Baltimore or Richmond or Boston or like places in Long Island from the inside of some club or whatever or bar. And we're like, yeah, this is, but we don't see the city.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the nightlife after the shows is when we get to like be together and like just be a group of friends doing wacky stuff. And that's the most fun. Sometimes we pick up random people to do stuff with, or you know, make friends with another band or something.
Yeah, I would say that's my favorite part, like getting to know other bands and see, you know, their music, new artists. I feel like I still listen to.
We've seen some great bands.
Yeah.
We've played with some awesome people.
Like I still follow their music because they played with us.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some killers out there.
That's awesome. Community that you guys are making around it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the whole point. And that's what we really realized like this past year. We were like, okay, what do we really stand for as a band? Like what do we want to do with this? Is it just to make music? Is it for like the attention on stage? Is it for a way to express yourself? We were kind of like, that thing about community is it. And I think people look at like our social media and see what we like get press for, and it's like, what is this thing? This is a band. But half the time they're just doing like community service and stuff. Like they're working at a homeless shelter. Are they playing music at the homeless shelter? It's like, no, we're not doing that. So it literally is a community. We're like, we could just do this. We could just focus all our energy. There's going to be like a tour schedule, and like that there'll be like a tour flyer, and that'll be all the shows we're playing. There's also literally like an events flyer where we're like, we're going for an LGBTQA plus run. We're doing an LGBT climb. We took everybody rock climbing a couple weeks ago, and or we're all working at the homeless shelter today. So the community aspect of it and bringing cool people together who like want to improve their environment and help each other out, that we realize that's the core of the band, and we could totally make the band about that. So that's very much what the Explorers Guild is.
Yeah, and sometimes we bring those together too.
Yeah, like for example. Yeah, good point. Yeah, Anna had this idea. Anna takes care of a lot of the cancer community aspect of the Explorers Guild. So we're doing a acoustic gig for basically chemotherapy patients and survivors.
Yeah.
And like their families and stuff.
Yeah, the American Cancer Society here in Albany.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, people who are in the Explorers Guild, they can volunteer to bring appetizer or anything, or just show up, help, or come listen to music.
Yeah, just come for the vibes or whatever.
Yeah.
But people will serve them. We're making dessert and appetizers at this one also, and then we're doing the show, and then there's like people who are doing the serving and stuff. But that's like a super fun thing, and it's great vibes. It's just a way to connect with cool people.
Yeah, that's awesome that you're building not just like a community around your music, but a community that's helping the world.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
And giving people a place to come is the idea too. I think very often we're stagnant as a society, or feel stagnant as individuals, because we're like kind of waiting on something. We're waiting on someone to give us an invitation. But I really do believe, like in my heart, that people are like loving awareness, like they're kind and compassionate naturally. That's my philosophy on life. And I think people tend to meet the energy they're exposed to. You know, like, whether it be like a great band or a great partner, whatever it is, like if somebody treats you well and with respect and with compassion, I think people return that to you.
Yeah.
So if we just start doing these silly little things, like they're just whatever, like we're like, oh, we want to do a cancer thing, we want to do a homelessness thing, or we want to do a pride thing, then people show up at it and they have like the best energy and they have their own ideas, and we're like, let's do that idea too. So it tends to like branch off and spiral into all these different little movements and like community events. And people are so creative and so like powerful and sweet and loving. And like our experience as a band is probably one of the best like in the world, like that because we literally structured our band in a way that exposes us to like the coolest people in the world. And they support our music, and they'll be like, oh, I want to do some movement that does, like, for example, a big one lately in our community chat, which people can join, it's on Discord, has been like housing inequality. So basically like people who are kind of like renting, getting abused by their landlords. That was a huge thing people were interested in, and they were like, who wants to do something about this? And people in the chat were like, I'm totally into that. So we were all going to these protests and stuff, and that was super fun. And that's not something I ever even thought I would be a part of. Mm-hmm. It's a human spirit, you know?
Yeah.
It's who we are.
I think people need connection more than they realize.
I agree with that. Yeah, together we rise. That's our whole thing. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my lower back. Yeah. You get it with me?
Please do. No, I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Can't get a trick.
I'll get it by myself.
You already have matching tattoos.
We do have matching tattoos.
Oh, that's awesome.
The whole band.
Yeah, our whole band. We got them on tour. So you can't see either of ours. We're wearing shirts, but like, but you can see mine actually. Yeah. It's an astronaut. You can't really see it that well, but we all have these.
That's awesome.
It's kind of upside down, but that's because one of our guitarists, Thomas, he has tattoos all over his body, and it was the only place left on his body. We were looking at him with his shirt off, and we were like, where are we going to put this? And he had one spot that wasn't already covered with something, and we were like, that'll work. So I got it with him, and I look at it sometimes, I'm like, that's upside down, but whatever.
It's right side up to you, though.
Yeah, and when I go like this, like I say together we rise in front of a bunch of people, he's like up again.
Yeah.
But I can't walk around like this, so sometimes, so what are you going to do?
Yeah. It works for the dramatic moments.
Yeah, for sure. You got yours right side up, I think.
Yeah, mine's like right here.
Yeah. Yeah, we all have that one. And we performed that day. We got the tattoos, and we had like all the, what do they call that stuff? Like the tattoo stuff.
Yeah, they wrapped it,
We performed in
all wrapped up.
Some city. That was Richmond, I think.
Yeah.
And we were all wrapped up. But it was so much fun. And Richmond's a super cool city to tour to. That's one of our favorites.
Yeah.
So before I ask the last question, is there anything else you guys wanted to mention or talk about today?
Not really. I mean, like, I think that if we could give one message to the world, it is together we rise. Like, we really think that. Whether you're into our music or alt rock at all, or us as people, like whatever, like I do think that people can find community and play leadership roles if they choose to do so in whatever they're passionate about. It could be the environment or homelessness or housing inequality or the healthcare system or human rights, whatever. Like that's the stuff we're focused on right now. But I think everybody has value. And if you're able to be reminded of that through our music, that's awesome. But it's true whether you like our music or not. We have a community for it called the Explorers Guild that fosters that philosophy. If people want to be involved with it, our album is very much in the spirit of it, and our tour is very much in the spirit of it. But whoever's listening to this, that's who you are as a person. Like, you're capable of amazing things. Like, you are love. That's what I think. So I guess that's the message I want to put out there.
Okay. So our last question is, what is the soundtrack of your life?
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty good question. I knew you were going to ask that too. Making music with my friends, their ideas, their melody ideas, or our one guitarist riffs. He never comes up with any good melodies, but like the musical ideas of my friends, which reflect their life experience. That's the soundtrack of my life because we perform and rehearse and make content all the time. So that's what I'm exposed to pretty much every day, and that's what I think about all the time. What about you? It'd be funny if you just had Harry Styles.
Harry Styles?
Yeah.
I don't even like him that much.
We covered a Harry Styles song because you liked it.
Oh, it's a good song. That's why.
Yeah.
Soundtrack to my life. You say Pink Floyd, like that's just depressing.
You have enough Pink Floyd tattoos to where I think you
Probably Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I also love Pink Floyd so much. Yeah.
Pink Floyd is amazing, so.
I agree. We went to
we saw David Gilmour together and it melted our face. She cried like a lot.
Yeah. I almost passed away.
Yeah. It was insane. He did his Comfortably Numb solo and Anna was like
I was levitating.
Yeah. Melted our faces.
Yeah. That was great.
That's awesome. So for all our listeners who want to hear your new album, see you guys on tour, where can they find you?
We're on, so Instagram is something that's very interactive. We're also on manmustexplore.com. You can just Google Man Must Explore. It's everywhere. And if you want to engage with us in our community, you can join the Explorers Guild, which is accessible through our website, mammothexplorer.com, or our Instagram. And if you have ideas or just want to play video games with people do that too.
Yeah, on Discord.
Yeah, on Discord. You can join our Discord, the Explorers Guild, or just, like, hit us up on Instagram and have like conversations with us. We're all about connecting with people.
Yeah, he likes that a lot.
Yeah, just making new friends, and I'll just message people about whatever. Yeah. That's our existence as a band.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for taking the time to talk with me today.
Well,
yeah, thank you so much. It's a really cool thing you guys do. We're
Thanks
grateful to be
for
part
having
of it.
us.
Of course. Have a nice rest of your day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.